Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Not in the mood this morning so far. Since we have everybody here, we'll call the meeting to order at 10:01.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Joyce, you're good? You're with us? You got us?
Are those motorcycles going by your house, Gene?
Probably.
Yes, I'm all set, Jean.
Okay. So we just, we're spinning up this meeting to sort of get some of the planning done for the hearings, and also to talk about the cell tower and the Scotticook Native American issue that's starting to ramp up a bit.
Gene?
Yes.
I'm getting some feedback, it sounds like. I don't know. Is everyone else?
Yeah, I often have this strange feedback. Let me grab a set of headphones. Hold on.
All right.
Hear me now?
Yeah, but you're not any better. Chris, you're muted, I think, or you were muted.
Feedback go away.
No, it didn't, Gene.
No.
Okay, hang on 1 second, and I'm gonna turn off my audio.
How's my feedback now?
Much better.
No
Good.
feedback.
On? Great. Hear me okay? Terrific. So we'll just start with the hearing prep. So we need to make sure for the 5 folks that we have that are going to be part of the hearing, that they all get notified, that if there's anything that the board thinks that needs to be, they need to be notified about specifically. We don't want to keep folks at this meeting all night long. So I'm thinking we'll give each group 5 to 7 minutes to do their presentation. And then questions at the end of a presentation. Joyce, can you come off mute so you can just help us walk through this?
Yep.
And Darlene, if like when you're, you want to chime in, by all means, group discussion here. So we're going to ask the fire department to do a much condensed version of their presentation. and Marty is prepared to do his presentation. The sewer ordinance, Joyce, is there anything remarkable about that we need to sort of guide Alyssa on for what we're looking for?
Well, she just needs to be notified. I don't think that she realizes that she's going to have to speak to it.
Okay.
Do you want me to speak to it at all?
I would probably work that out with Alyssa.
Okay,
But we'll-
when is the meeting?
The 12th.
Of January?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
At 7 o'clock.
Okay, all right.
And then I'm sure Jen from HRRA will come with her, whatever presentation she's got for the recycling ordinance. So that ordinance is really just an update to get our ordinances in alignment. One thing that's not on here that we may want to consider is the tax abatement ordinance. There's been some talk around town. Is that going to be something that is going to be voted on at the annual meeting? Because it is an ordinance update, so we would.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
Haven't we traditionally done that at the town meeting? Does anyone recall? I thought that's,
It's a change of the ordinance, so it would need to be.
oh, it's a change in the ordinance.
Yeah.
Did the selectmen vote on that already?
I don't think so.
Right, so it can't go to town meeting yet.
Okay.
So that's something we'd have to do. And then yes, if it is a change to the ordinance, then the town has to vote on it
Okay.
at the annual town meeting, I believe.
Yep. So we need to figure out if, well, it's not on the agenda, so we're going to have to, we can't really talk about it. And then the 5-year capital plan sort of introduction is also going to be on there. So is there anything, Joyce or Darlene, from a procedural piece? I know you all are working on the actual annual meeting, sort of swiftly moving parts as far as polling and voting. Is there anything that I'm missing for this that we need to discuss with the board?
Who actually is going to speak on the Capitol, just so that when we get to that point, it's kind of seamless? You know, I don't want you guys stumbling or.
Typically, it's the first selectman and the chair of the Board of Finance
Okay.
in concert.
Okay.
So we can make that happen. So does that seem reasonable to give each group 5 to 7 minutes for their presentation, and then we'll do a question and answer?
So you're going to do question and answer after each speaker, or?
I think it makes sense to
Yeah.
stay on
yeah.
the topic,
Stay on
move on
topic.
to the.
And then I think, can we just limit those questions or just make sure that they're not redundant, or, you know, that they stay on topic?
Yeah, we can, yes. So I'm thinking 15 minutes for each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little over an hour.
And then with question and answers, it'll be another half hour or so.
Well,
Okay.
if you put 15 minutes, for everything. So 5 to 7 minutes.
1, 2, that's it. Yeah.
So I think an hour and a half is, you know, a reasonable amount of time to keep people in a meeting for.
Yep.
Good to you, Ed. Any questions, thoughts? Ed, can you hear him? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's frozen. Well, when he
Yeah.
unfreezes, if
No,
Oh,
I was
there he
just
is.
hoping we could have a special meeting, get the tax abatement. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear?
So do
Yep.
you want to?
we can certainly try to fit one in at
Sounds
the end
fine.
of the, but, so we can do that through email. Joyce can send out an email.
Yep.
So next is executive session about the cell tower. Do we want to, I'm going to see if, do we have Dan and Dan move through this more quickly than we had anticipated? Oh, there's Dan Rosemark. Give him a second to connect. Hi, Dan. We moved through the early part of our agenda more quickly. Do you know if Dan Casagrande will be joining us this morning?
I put a call into him this morning. I didn't hear from him yet. I can try right now.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Let me just, we have a question from Lynn. The hearing is on the 12th and town meeting is on the 21st. Let me just look at my calendar before I, yes and yes. So Lynn, just for your purposes, there doesn't have to be, Lynn's asking, does there have to be a moderator for Zoom town meetings? There doesn't have to be, but we are still looking to get one. So it'll be these topics and then possibly the tax abatement as well.
And again, historically, I think the first selectman ran the meeting.
Oh, I thought, oh, you're on mute, Lynn.
We usually had a moderator for the annual town meeting.
Yeah.
Any town meetings, we've usually had a moderator.
This isn't
The
a
one in
meeting,
the one in
hearing.
January?
But it's basically the hearing is giving everybody a chance to comment
That's right.
and then that follows with a meeting, right?
Mhm.
I mean, that's the way it's supposed to, it's going to be handled, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
So we can go into, I'll make a motion that we go into it, just so the rest of the public at the meeting knows. We have 2 executive sessions that are following this topic. So Joyce, you'll put everybody out in the waiting room for the executive sessions.
Yes.
Super. So I'll make a motion. We enter into executive session with Dan Rosemark and Dan Casagrande when he hops on, if he's able to hop on.
Yeah.
For the purposes of discussing cell tower.
Yeah, Dan's joining now.
Okay.
Did anybody second that motion?
I will second that motion.
Thank you.
Just, okay.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for waiting, and I'm gonna make a motion to go back into executive session with Attorney Sienkiewicz to discuss the topic of the Scotticook BIA application, pending possible application. Oh, and Chris went for a quick break, so we'll wait for him to do the vote.
Well, can Ed second so I can start moving people out?
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay, thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thanks. Thanks all for persevering. It is 12:15 and I appreciate Jeff's time. And we will adjourn the meeting. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything else on the agenda.
I think you just
Thank
might
you.
have to say that there was no
Yeah.
motions made in executive session for the minutes.
That is accurate. There are no motions made in executive session.
No motions made in executive session, for the record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye. Bye.
Bye now.